we're going to start this thing. Okay, this is a CyberClub meeting for today, the 26th of September. And I just want to talk about a few things that are going on and where we're going from here. So please, if you have any questions along the way, please ask, because it makes it a lot easier when people participate. This is a little different format than me actually sitting in a classroom. So I'm trying to make this a little bigger so I can see everybody. Maybe, maybe not. All right. Yeah, if you have questions, please say something. All right. I start off at the very beginning. We do have 3 options. Not everybody's aware of this, but now we have 3 new options in the catalog. We have the cybersecurity option, which most of you know about, digital forensics option, which some of you are enrolled in, and now a cyber science option, which requires some more math and some more programming. And the reason we're doing this is a lot of people like want to go on to Tulsa or OU or some other place for an actual engineering or computer science degree, and this transfers better. That's what we did then. The cybersecurity option is still the most popular. That's where most of my enrollment is. Okay. And about that, this semester we have 276 enrollments, which is the most ever in history. So we're thrilled for that. All right. Now, got a couple changes here. We're having a new class offering type. First of all, we have day and night classes. We have some available during the day, more available at night, but you can take classes either day or night in class. Okay, those are, you know, set time with an instructor sitting there talking to you. Meet once or twice a week, depending on which class it is. That's just the traditional class type. Still have those. We also have online classes. Online classes are very popular because, you know, like Robert today doesn't have a sitter. He can do a class from home, right? We also have hybrid. That's maybe a combination. Rather than meeting twice a week, you only meet once a week. I do that a lot with my classes. For instance, forensics, there's a lot of projects in that class. So I meet once a week to go over the projects, and then, you know, teach the material you need to know, and then you have time to work on it. So it just saves you from having to sit in class twice. Well, there's a new option we're going to pilot this spring, and I'm actually piloting it, and I'm doing it for one of our courses, which I'll tell you about in a minute. But this new option is a hybrid class using Zoom. Just like this meeting here, it'll be, you can take it from wherever, you can take it from home, you can do it, I don't care where you're at, you can do it from Disney World for all I care. But it'll be done with Zoom. There'll be no actual class time, but it will have a set time. For instance, like this meeting today is at 5:30. So if this was a Zoom hybrid class, we would be meeting today at 5:30, and we would meet every day at whatever time. Say our class met at 5:30. We would still meet on that day at that time. You would just be meeting via Zoom. Everybody understand the difference? So it's like an in-class class that meets on a specific day and time, but you're not meeting in a classroom. You're meeting wherever. You can meet from Starbucks. I don't care where you're at. You can do whatever. And we'll be doing it via Zoom. That way we can have people out of state, because a lot of people that want online classes say they're missing the interaction. They're missing the whole, hey, you know, we want to be able to ask questions. Well, this is a perfect way to do it. I could still take attendance because, you know, I can literally see, like, I got Alex and Chris and Dana and Guiyang and Robert and Roger and Scott. All these people are here tonight. So I can very easily tell if you're in class. The only difference is you would not be occupying a seat in a room, and you get to still whenever. So any thoughts on that type of format? What do y'all think? Anybody comment at all, or are we all sleeping?
I have a question. I thought that's how the online classes were. So I guess
online classes do not have a specific time. For instance, I'm teaching digital forensics online this semester. I provide you with all the materials, I provide you all the recordings, but there's no set time where you have to log on or come talk to me. You know what I mean? You don't, like my forensics class does not have an actual time where it meets at all this semester. So an online class really never meets. It's all done on your own time. I mean, we still talk back and forth, and, you know, I provide videos and all that, but it's not like set time, where this would be a set time. For instance, in the spring, I'm teaching security auditing on, I think Mondays or whatever day it is. I think it's Tuesdays. Yeah, it's Tuesdays. It's 7:05. So what I'm doing is at 5:40, I'm teaching forensics in the classroom. At 7:05, I'm teaching security auditing on Zoom. Okay? So I'll probably be filming it or running Zoom from the classroom, but you'll actually not be in a classroom. You will not be required to be there. You can still, like this, you'll still be required to log on. You can still ask questions. It's giving you a set time where, kind of like an online class, but now you know every Tuesday at 7:05 during the spring, Ken Dewey's going to be sitting there at a computer ready to cover topics, ready to lecture material, ready to answer questions. So that's the real big difference. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. I like the idea of it. I think I would be open to trying a class. I don't know how much I'd like it in comparison to actually sitting in a classroom until I took a Zoom class.
Okay, so that's why we're trying. We want to see, oh, keep my camera down a little, yeah. That better? Okay. I know somebody said they don't like Zoom. I mean, that's fine. The thing is, the main reason this came up is, for instance, there's something called the, it's Circle of Instruction, COI. It's all the bigwigs, all the academic vice presidents of all the schools around the state. Forever, I mean, years and years, they met at the state capitol. They would meet there, they had their meeting, and, you know, that took a lot of time. People had to drive from all over Oklahoma for a meeting every so often. So what they started doing was holding the meeting via Zoom, and it was so successful. People now, rather than, imagine living in McAllister. Now you're gonna have to drive 2 hours to get to a meeting that might only last an hour or two. And then you gotta drive 2 hours to get home. You're talking gas money. You know, I have students, Patrick is in Ada. Patrick did nearly every class online because he didn't want to have to drive here from Ada each day. So this would give him an option of a class at a set time with live interactions with the teacher, just not in the same room. Okay, that's what the difference is. Okay, and with Zoom, I mean, yeah, you have to have a camera, you have to have a microphone, you know, but at least you can still sit there, like you guys are asking questions right now. I could have the chat up, you know. Now, one of you says they like the idea. So I've taken other courses using this method, and it's not bad, and I did allow interaction or answering of questions. This started because we have a legal program here, and the American Bar Association wanted to, you know, how are they teaching classes? How do you know if students are attending class? Well, if you take an online class, I don't have a clue. You know, I don't know, are you doing the work? Are you even alive? Are you a real person? Okay. So with the legal classes that are online, they have cameras, they require attendance. They literally sit here like this, so I could check off, you know, Dana's here, and Chris is here, and Alex is here, and so on and so forth. So it's just like the other type of class, but you can do it from home. Okay. Robert has class right now tonight with Virginia. He can't make it. He didn't have a babysitter tonight. Well, if that class was being taught via Zoom, Robert could be attending tonight. He could literally be attending from home, getting the same interactions, and not losing out points for not attending. That's the main difference. Okay? I understand some of you still like in-class classes. My original plan was to have both forensics and penetration testing via Zoom in the spring. I did change that today, so it's just going to be a penetration test. You can still do forensics that way, but I will be lecturing every week in the classroom because, you know, just to make some people happy, so it's not a total switch all at one time. Okay? Think about it. Tell me what you think. And when you go to enroll in, for instance, security auditing in the spring, you will see a note that specifically says, hey, this class is being taught 100% via Zoom. Now, I will most likely still be teaching the class in 128 using Zoom. So you could technically sit in class still and hear it. Okay? All right. So someone like, yeah, I mean, you know, Alex just said he prefers Zoom over online. Yeah, because you get to sit there and ask questions. Okay? In class, I still understand that's the optimal. But for such a large group of people, like there, our legal program had a large group of individuals from Tulsa that want to take the program, but they can't drive here from Tulsa. So this is going to give them the option to do it. We've actually been teaching telecourses for years here at Rose State, and that's where, you know, you basically go, like we have a actual studio in our LRC where teachers go, and there's video cameras, and they literally live stream it to the location. It's the same thing, just via Zoom, is what it is, okay? So think about it. We're trying to give you as students more options. Yeah, if you live close by, yeah, in-class obviously is the best, but I had a student, Kevin Davidson, just graduated last semester. I've never met him. He lives in Florida. So he did all his classes online. For him, this would have been a much better option. I've had students in Dallas. I've had students everywhere. And this way, they can actually interact still. I mean, you can ask questions. You can talk to each other. You can talk to me. You can get feedback and all that stuff. So, you know, just an option, new class option. So I figured I'd tell you about it. Again, if you got some big concerns over it, yeah, please let me know. I'd like to, you know, get them voiced. Like I said, we're going to do a pilot this spring. Now that I said all that, I'm looking to offer an additional class that is not currently being offered in the spring. And I want to do it via Zoom. Is there a class that someone would like to take via Zoom that is not normally offered? I mean, any ideas? I kind of need to add it tonight or tomorrow. Now, actually, I can probably bring up the schedule here. Let me find my thing here. Let me bring this over here for a second. Let me find, I'm going to show you all the spring schedule. This is not set in stone, by the way, so don't sit there and, you know, again, this is, I'm just going to show you CIT courses. All right. Can you all see that right there? I'm doing that this fall.
Oh, you are?
Yes, right now. All right. So can y'all see that new screen there? Yes? No?
Yes.
Maybe?
Yes.
Hopefully. Okay. So obviously micro apps, we could care less about micro apps. There's intro to computers. There's fundamentals of programming logic. This is the spring 2019 schedule that will go final tomorrow, is why I need to decide this. Script programming, networks. I mean, you see any class here you think, let's see, I'm thinking about taking scripting. Okay, what do we have for scripting? Scripting, we have 3 classes. We have a nighttime course here, we have an online course, and a day course. So we could potentially do a Zoom course as well. So let me make a note here, and y'all can tell me what you think. So I'm going to put down the potentials. Where's my thing? I got too many things going here at one time. Is this the right screen? Okay. So possibly script maybe. Okay. Here's networks. We have networks. We have a day class. We have a night class, a morning class, and an online class. So if any of these sound like you might want to take it via Zoom, let me know. There's a hardware class. We have 11 o'clock. We have a 2 o'clock. We have an online and a night. We have a pretty good selection there. I went through these schedules and kind of made sure we have a good option. Now here's principles. This is really the beginning class. We have 1 day, 1 night, and 4 online. Okay. Now, actually, let me rephrase that. That's not totally true, because you'll see this class right here and this class are actually the same class. So there's really only 3 online classes. It's just a new way we're doing it for Tinker. Java, we have 1 online class, no in-class classes at all. There's database theory, there's network admin, we have night and online. Microsoft Access, there's advanced database design. We have a Unix Linux class. We have a nighttime 16-week and an online second 8 weeks. If one of these sounds good, put it in the chat or speak up. System development, network security. Really? You only have one? No, that can't be true. That can't be true. Wait, I only have one? Network security? One. I'm making a note here. Okay, that sounds weird. I need to look into that. Yeah, it might be my candidate, exactly. SQL, mobile device. We're going to talk more about that class here in a minute. But we have an interim class. We have a night and a day. I'm sorry, a night and an online. ISM, we have night and online. Ethics, we have 2 classes, even though it shows 3, it's only 2. We have, excuse me, a night and a first 8 weeks online. Digital forensics, we have an online section and a night section. Okay, cryptography, we have 1 online. Let's see what else. Security auditing, we have 2. We have an online, and this one will be taught via Zoom. Again, I will be doing it in 128. So if you really want to sit in the classroom, you will be able to during that class. We have 2 advanced Java courses. We have 2 enterprise threat online. We have a 16-week and a second 8 week. Then we have a laser class and a data recovery and reporting class that's online. So if any of those look like you might be interested in doing via Zoom, please let me know, because we might be able to make that happen. I'd kind of like to add one, but I need to do it today since the schedule is going out today. Okay, so think about that. If you think so, let me know. All right, now let's continue on. All right, I just lost my darn stuff. Where'd it go? Ah, hold on, I just lost my web page. Where'd it go? I lost it. PowerPoint. What the heck happened here? Okay, it's got to be. Let me take this on full screen for a moment. It disappeared. That's crazy. Come on. Chrome, we're already in. Oh, there it is. It's off the side of my screen. That's weird. Let me put it over here. All right, so someone else says they like the network security option. So maybe script, maybe network security. All right, so let's continue where we're at. Again, if you have any options on there, please speak up. Hopefully you all are still alive. I lost one of you, looks like. All right, there's our cyber degree. And again, these are the classes we could offer, potentially any of these classes in the Zoom format. I cannot do anything with gen ed, so don't even go there. We're not doing that at all. Now, I do not necessarily have to be the teacher. It's just that they kind of want me to try it. There's the digital forensics option. Now, if you want to know what the difference is between the two, if you look at the very bottom of the screen, this is the cyber option. It has information security management, security auditing, and enterprise threat assessment. Digital forensics, in place of those, has mobile and networking forensics, data recovery and reporting, and then reverse engineering. So we have those. Those are really the only change there. So again, we could offer any of these classes that way as well. Ethan walked in and said maybe reverse engineering that way. We can do that. Again, let me know if you would like something done that way, or else I might just pick something. All right, here's our new cyber science option. You'll see up here at the top, you'll see the pre-calc, calc, discrete math, and personal finance. The reason for that is every computer science degree requires calculus and discrete math. So why not get it here where it's cheap? And if you look down at the bottom, those whole, the ISM, enterprise threat are all gone, and they're replaced with 3 programming courses. The reason for that is every computer science degree and every MIS degree also require 3 programming courses. They call them programming 1, 2, and data structures. So why not offer them here? So that's why we added that. Okay. There's the Cyber Essential Certificate. I didn't need to go into it, but that's just something that's available. And the Cybersecurity Cert. And here's something new. They have a new 1-year option. So if you take, for instance, in the spring of this next year, okay, spring 2019, every class on this list is offered in this format. So what that means is, we will need to post the times of the class that will mean, yes, I will post it in there. That was the issue that I had with the other locations. They did not let you know the time. Okay, no, if we do the Zoom class, it will specifically say a specific time. It will say Tuesdays at whatever, 7:05, it's going to meet. So yes, it will positively show you the time. But rather than a classroom, it'll say it's on Zoom, but you'll be notified the time and date when the class is offered. Okay. So this new 1-year option. So for the spring 2019, say you're starting this semester, you could take every one of these classes listed here in these formats shown this semester. Okay? Then in the summer semester, you could take these 2 classes. Then in the fall, you could take all of these and actually finish the entire cyber degree with the exception of the gen ed requirements in 1 year. Okay? So it took me forever to get this to work out correctly. So again, if you start in the spring, take these, do these in the summer, these in the fall, and you're finished. If you started last fall, and if you were taking these, you could do these in the spring and the summer and finish. If you start in the summer, you could do these in the summer, these in the fall, these in the spring. So that is our new plan to get people out of here quicker, because we had some people say, hey, I don't have 2 years or 3 years or whatever. But if you look at this, so let's look at this spring here for a second. So you would actually be taking 2 16-week classes and 4 8-week classes. So you'd be taking network admin and network security for the entire semester. Then you'd be taking networks and principles the first 8 weeks. So really you're taking 4 classes at a time. You're taking network admin, network security, networks, and principles all at the same time. Then you would finish networks, finish principles. And for the second 8 weeks, you'd be taking script programming and computer hardware and operating systems. So for the second 8 weeks, you'd be taking network admin, network security. You would be continuing those 2 and taking script and computer hardware. So you're really taking 18 hours in 1 semester and get done quicker. So that's something new. We're just starting. It got published in this catalog this year. Then in the summer, you can do these 2, and then the fall, then you're literally done with every cyber class, with the exception of gen eds, quicker. So that's why we're trying to change up a few things around here to get you all jobs quicker. Okay? Oh, and speaking of that, I need to talk about this. Something else here in a second. Okay. All right. And we also have a digital forensic certificate. All right. Let's talk about this for a second. We sell CompTIA vouchers. Okay, we sell them just like you see there. The costs are shown. Network Plus is 150. A Plus is 97 for exam. Network Plus is 150. Security Plus is 209. Project Plus, and so on and so forth. Well, I had a meeting with my boss. I read a book. I read a lot of books lately. I think I'm up to about 100 books since January. And one of the books talked about something about OKRs. I know some of you aren't management people. I'm not either. Not at all. But I read books on everything. I've literally read books on the SARS virus. I've read books on how to reward your employees. I've read tons of books on cyber. I've read books on programming. But I read one about something called objectives and key results. Well, my job here is the director of cybersecurity. And what does that mean to me? Obviously, I need to teach classes. I need to run my program. But one of my key objectives, actually, let me bring it up here. Let me bring it up on another screen so you can see it. Let me find it. Okay, I need this one and Courses fall. Office schedule. All right. Actually, is this the latest one? I'm not sure if this is the latest version. If I can get this darn thing to go away. Let me see if that's the latest. Yeah, that's the latest. Okay. I'm going to put this on the screen here so you can see it. Okay. This is my door. So if you walk by my office, you'll see this. Down here in the bottom, you see this down here, this objective and key results? I have different objectives for us here at Rose State. But one of my primary objectives that I think is probably the most important is to get you all jobs. I'm assuming that's why you come here. You come here, obviously, to take classes and get a degree, but I'm assuming the ultimate goal is to get a job. So how am I going to do that for you? Well, first of all, I want 5 of you to get your certifications this fall. Okay? Because without it, I mean, right now, Tinker has 20 openings. Okay? 2 students over the summer got their Security Plus. Both of them have already been hired on at Tinker. Josh Robinson had a bachelor's degree in kinesiology. That's where you do the whole physical therapist type thing. You know, about personal trainer, that kind of stuff. Could not find a job. All the jobs out there start off at about $23,000 to $25,000. Josh got his degree here at Rose State, got his Security Plus certification, started working at Tinker, now making 42 grand. He came and saw me over the summer, and he's like, I am so happy. He's like, he's never had a better job in his life. I mean, he used to work at the garage. He used to work at all these different places, not making nearly the money. Now he has a set job, making good money, and he's happy. He's honestly happy. So I feel it's my job to get you guys jobs. And to do that, you need to get certifications. Because Tinker will not hire you without one. It is absolutely guaranteed required to have a Security Plus for any government job. So I'm assuming you all got tons of leftover money. But I doubt that. Well, before I get into that, let me cover my last 2 key results there. I want faculty to get certified as well. I mean, obviously, I have tons of certifications, but I can learn more. So I have tasked faculty members to get 2 certs as well. Not 2 each. I'm just saying I would like 2 certifications passed by faculty members this fall. Well, I will tell you that Virginia Dewey has one scheduled for October 22nd. Excuse me. I have one scheduled for October 4th, and so does Roy. So 3 of us have already have exams scheduled. Vouchers, we've already got our vouchers, we've already scheduled them, so hopefully we pass some certifications. Because if we're certified, maybe we know what we're teaching. I just think it makes us look good. So I think in helping you get a job, it will help us get certified as well. So in my 3rd key result, I want to meet with you all. Okay? I know some of you. But out of the list of names on here, I do not think I could pick out any one of you in a lineup right now. Sorry, I suck at names. Okay? I'm the worst person with names. And I always tell people, I either know you for something good or something bad. Okay? I would like to get to know you for a 3rd category. I want to know what you're doing. What are you trying to do? I mean, can I help you? I mean, are you studying for an exam? You need help? I mean, do you need to know how certifications work? Now, I would like to meet with some of you to just talk about what your goals are. What do you want to do? What can I do to help you succeed? That's my goal. So that's what I want to do this fall. I want to see 5 of you get certifications, 2 instructors, and I want to have some meetings with you. So I would absolutely love for you to set up a time to meet with me. Now, obviously, my office hours are right there on the screen right now. So Wednesday nights are a great time for me to visit, but I'm here all day long, pretty much every day. I do have a lot of meetings, so I'd like you to let me know. Fridays, I'm usually here every morning. And I've actually been here for 7 days a week for since school started. So yes, I've actually been here 7 days a week since school started. Every Saturday, every Sunday. I literally meet with students on weekends even. So I would love for you all to take some time. We can do it via Zoom. I don't care how we do it. I would just like to know what's going on with y'all. Now, I'd like to report back to everybody, tell how we're doing here. And, hey, so many people have done this. So I just think it's some way I can help you all. Okay. So back to this slide. So at the beginning of the semester, I presented this to my boss. He's like, what in the hell are you doing? I said, you know, to do this, to make students get jobs, they need certifications. They can't afford it. I want you to pay for them. So my boss says, you know what? He will. He's willing to pay for 10 exams for students. First come, first serve. So what that means is we use IT Pro TV here. We have it for free. I will provide you with an account if you don't already have one. You prove to me by showing me multiple exam attempts in their practice exams with scores 90 or above. You prove that to me, your voucher is free. My boss will purchase your voucher for you, not with his money, but with the school's funds, and you can get a free certification. I don't know about you guys. I mean, let's look at this list right here. Security Plus, $209. That's the one I used as my example. Okay? There's $2,000 that 10 of you take that test. Am I requiring you to pass? No. You don't ever have to pay it back. But if you practice enough and you can prove to me you're ready, let's get that darn thing done. So I want to see you do this. I would love for a bunch of you to do this. I mean, study. Go to IT Pro TV. Study up. Prove to me I'll get you a free voucher. Then you get a job. So, I mean, it kind of, you know, in my mind, it makes sense. Hopefully it makes sense to you guys. Hopefully we're not wasting our time here. But, so think about it. I mean, if that's something you want, we just took away the whole issue of funding. I mean, heck, the Pen Test Plus exam, that one is like $290. Actually, I think I got it over here on the list. The Cloud is $150, CSA is $219, and there's all kinds of different exams. I don't care what the exam is, I'll pay for it. So, I mean, you want to get your A+, I'll pay for both of those $97 exams. Get your Network Plus, I'll pay for that $150 exam. Security Plus, I'll pay for that $209 exam. So, you know, like Chris says, it's amazing. Heck yeah, it's amazing. It's free. Now, I'm going to tell you up front, I get mine for free. Since we sell exams, CompTIA gives faculty theirs for free. So I get mine free anyway. But you guys can now get free exams as well, as long as you prove to me you're ready. Okay? So that's where the free vouchers come in. First come, first serve, 10 students. But I'm willing to bet if 11 of you came to me, I could get 11 of them. So if you know what I'm saying there. Okay. Let's continue on. I talked way too much. Let's see. I'm thinking about renaming our security auditing course. 2603 or 2603 is currently called Security Auditing and Penetration Testing. I'm thinking about renaming it to Ethical Hacking and Systems Defense because that's what I want. I want you to be able to pass the Certified Ethical Hacker at the end of the course. Speaking of that, I'm going to show you something, right? If I can, there it is. I'm going to show you, lost half my stuff, but it's right. Okay, there's a site called InfoSec Learning, which I'm going to show you here in 1 second. I can get it to load. All right, this is their lab environment, okay? The book for that class currently costs $120 or $180, something like that. What I'm thinking about doing for that class, I would like some input on this. I'm thinking about changing books to a free book. The book goes right along with these labs. So and these labs are not free, by the way. They cost $80. So what you'd be doing is you'd be paying $80 for a book with access to these 15 labs, which is all about ethical hacking. And using Metasploit, you know, social engineering, capturing analyzed web traffic, remote exploits. I mean, I just think it's a really good system. I have other students using it already. So you'd be getting a cheaper book this way, and you'd be getting access to hands-on labs. So I think it would make the class a lot better. They do have other labs as well, they would not be required, and I can't even show them to you in here, okay? But there are other ones as well. Those are the ones I would probably be focusing on for that class. I would definitely include the Metasploit lab. I think Metasploit's in here. Yeah, I know it is. I'm positive. Metasploit's in one of these first couple. I can't remember which one. I think it's the remote and local. I think I might be able to show it to you. Start using lab. I think it's in here. I don't want to start it at the moment. So, any thoughts on that? What do y'all think? Everyone think it's good? You guys are so talkative. I mean, yeah, it's like, wow, you're so, okay, someone likes it. I just think it'll be a lot better for you guys, okay? No, that's not what I want. Darn it, I gotta figure out how to get back. Sorry, I haven't used this a lot yet. There it is, that's how you get back, okay. So I'm thinking about doing that. So we're thinking about renaming it to Ethical Hacking System Defense, possibly using these labs. I have basically until Monday to decide, so I will probably do that. Scott wants to, I don't care if you talk, if you type, so I do have the chat up here. I am reading both. But if you do talk, people can hear it just in case they're not watching the chat. But yeah, I mean, if you have any comments on anything, please interact, because it's very boring talking to myself. Ethan's sitting here, but he's boring as well. Okay, so there's the labs for that course. I'm thinking about including them. So I think it would be pretty amazing. Alex said hi. Is this Alex McCroby type?
Kick him off the chat.
Is McCroby kicking it off? That's good. Okay, yes, Chris likes it. Yeah, I think it'll be a good idea. Okay. Now, 2433. This course in the past was mobile security. And there was a separate class called wireless security. There was so much overlap. We just combined them to say mobile and wireless security. Okay? Different Alex. Okay. We're thinking, again, both of these things are being presented to our advisory committee on October 26th. We won't do anything without their approval. They're kind of I kind of stack the deck with them. I tell them what I would like to do, and most of the time they go with it, just not all the time. So I'm going to recommend we change the mobile and wireless security course. They've already told us we need to start teaching cloud computing. So what we want to do is change it again to now call wireless and cloud security, or wireless and cloud computing, something like that, along those lines. Mobile is already covered somewhat in 2 different courses, and since we need to cover cloud, this might be a way to do it. So, I mean, if you already have the course, what would happen is the number would not change. So if you already have the mobile and wireless, you're good. Now, if you enrolled in the degree this semester and I change it next semester, the number's not changing, so you're still good. You take the new course, has the same number, so you won't lose anything. So we're looking to change that up as well. So I think it'll be a good idea. Hopefully it is. All right. That's all I got for preset material to tell you. I tried to find someone to come speak tonight, but too much of a hassle. They have a lot. They have me doing a lot. We're actually applying. Actually, I want to show you that. I'm going to show you something that no one has ever seen. This is like top secret stuff. That's why I'm going to record it. We are applying for 6 grants, and one of them, if I can find it, if approved, that will be the new business building. You see that right there? Won't that be awesome? Just don't tell anybody, it's secret. So if approved, the front of the business building will be all glassed in. Now, what does that look like? See if this is the right one. That's the wrong one. Hold on. That's not it. That's not it either. We're working on it. Hold on. We're going to get it. That's, jeez, I just showed you that. Where is the darn? Why can I never find it? Is this it? There it is. If this grant's approved, all this back wall right now, this is the current Fab Lab, this is the faculty lounge, this is the adjunct lounge, it'll all be ripped out. This entire thing will be glass. This entire front This entire wall here, this whole section here, will all be glass. There'll be a walkway right down the middle that'll all be glass on both sides. These will be the new cyber labs. There'll be one big huge lab here, one big huge lab here. This will become the cyber lounge over here, this section right here. And we're hopefully going to have a testing center for CompTIA testing right here. Okay. The Fab Lab will be moving down here and here. And this will become a storage room. So if this gets approved, that's what we'll have. So, I mean, it looks pretty, yeah, it's encrypted, yeah. Hopefully this goes through. The grant's being applied for next week. We've already applied for a grant for $100,000 in equipment. We're applying for this. We're applying for 2 Gen Cyber summer camps. We're applying for all kinds of other grants. We're applying for scholarships for students, for their associates. We're applying for scholarships for students to go on to get their bachelor's. So we're applying for all these grants. And I'm going to let you know up front, there's about $2.7 million in grants. These will all be applied for by March. We'll know some of them by then as well. But there's not a penny from any of this $2.7 million going to salaries or compensation for faculty in any way. So don't think Ken Dewey is doing this to get Ken Dewey a raise. No, he isn't. There's not a penny. So what would the cyber labs be for? Okay. Here is the ultimate plan. Okay, so again, I showed you there's 2 labs here, these 2 labs. There's one right here. There's going to be another one right here. Okay. Currently upstairs, we use rooms 201, 214, and 215. We would give those up. They would all be taught in here. See, the problem we got is 215 holds 16 computers. Okay. I did the numbers this fall. With the current capacity for this fall of an in-class network security course and 2 online network security courses, there's no way I can train everybody in network security. It won't work because there's not enough room for it. The lab holds 16 people. How can I possibly train enough? These hold 30. So now I can have more students. So these will be used as lecture labs during classes. These will be available for student use between classes. The plan is that these doors right here, this door right there, and this door right here, will have card key access, so you can swipe your student ID. You can go in and use the lab computers. You can work on homework. You can do whatever you want to do. Also, the Cyber Lounge, which is going to be right here, has computers in it as well. If you don't know about that, I can show you. I'm going to show you something else real quick here. This is the Cyber Lab. Okay, now let's go back. There, yeah, one who's in there watching it. Okay, awesome. So basically, we have computers here, we have computers here, we have computers here, we have a bunch of junk right here. There's even computers over here. So you can use this lab whenever you want. I mean, there's 3 people in there right now. There was tons of them in there a little bit ago until they went to class. So this is open at all times. So you can use this lab whenever you want. There's even a TV over here with a couch and game consoles. Come in and play games. So whatever you want, okay? So we'll still have a Cyber Lounge, but it will be moving potentially to right here. Kind of like, if you look where 128 is right now, 3/4 of that will become the Cyber Lounge. So, okay. Says, what was Cyber Lounge for? I told you that. Just class, the Cyber Lounge is due for a size increase. Exactly. That's why I want to make it bigger. So, yeah, it'll be about twice the size, wouldn't it? Well, it's not. It's getting bigger. If you actually look at the square footage, it's bigger. It is. It is really. And then the other areas, like during the day, our labs are pretty much empty. So these be open quite often for students. So again, we're hoping this goes through. It's looking very promising. If it does go through, we'll know either late part of this year or very early in the next year. It'll take, they're saying, 6 months to do, so we could potentially have this in place for the fall. So kind of a cool thing there. So yeah. All right, so that's that grant. Again, we're applying for other grants, which I already told you about. We already applied for the Department of Education grant for $100,000. And it says, it's a shame that the Cyber Lounge is nearly empty half the time. You know what? I 100% agree. I went by there today, and there was a lot of students in there working on assignments. I was thrilled to death. But I will tell you, last spring, that place was packed. Okay? And it says, is the bigger the computer lab sounds like a great resource for students. They know about, oh yeah, that we will be telling people about it. And, you know, we hold a lot of summer camps. And we do not have anywhere on campus that can hold 30 students. Nowhere. So we'll be able to use it for summer camps. We'll be using it for all kinds of stuff. I mean, you guys pay a technology fee. I want you to be able to use the darn fee. So, yeah, and, you know, but last spring, actually last fall was the most. Last fall, that Cyber Lounge was so packed all the time. Thanksgiving week, I think that lounge had people in there 24/7. Ain't that right, Ethan? Didn't y'all? They were Thanksgiving week. That place was packed. They were in there all night long. We do have cameras in there because stuff has gotten stolen out of there. But I would so love people to start using it. Come in and hang out, do homework, play games. I don't care. Visit with each other. So I will tell you a lot goes on in there with people doing homework and stuff. So, all right. So what else can I tell you about? Those are the two main grants. We also have the grant from, we just received a grant for Cyber Patriot training, which we're doing on weekends. If someone wants to come, let me explain what Cyber Patriot is. Cyber Patriot is a college competition, and a high school competition. And I'm trying to get something here so I can show you the calendar. I'm going to highlight this. There you go. Okay. Here are the dates of the competition. I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't think I can in here. But here's the dates. 29th of September, which is this weekend, will be our next session. So Cyber Patriot is a high school competition where high school students come and learn. There's 3 different tracks going on. There's a Windows track, there's a Linux track, and there's a networking track using Cisco. They come up here, we help teach them. We stream training from Francis Tuttle. We have Ethan teaching scripting in Linux. So if you guys want to come, just hang out. Come and learn something. Sit in on the Linux, sit in on the Windows, sit in on the networking. You can only learn. And I will tell you, I just got money to pay for food every week. So you can come for those times and eat for free. This week we're having nachos and taco salads. So I'm buying $190 worth of nachos. That's a lot of stinking nachos. So yes, we still hold Cyber Patriot training. I always need help. Which Josh is this, by the way? I primarily did Windows. Josh Thompson. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we literally got funding for that this week. We've actually been holding Cyber Patriot training here for the last 3 years without funding. That's why we really didn't announce it to people. We've really been doing it for Mid-Del and a couple other schools. But we actually, so now we're mainly doing it for Mid-Del, for the high school, the middle school, and the technology center. If you want to come and participate, we would love the participation. Again, we'll feed you some food. Can't really pay you anything, but Ethan, you're getting paid. Did you know that?
No.
You're getting paid. You are getting paid to do this. Ethan's freaking out now. He's happy. You're only getting paid $25 an hour. 25 is better than nothing. So yes, you're getting paid $25 an hour. So, but yeah, if you want to come to that, that's fine. Yeah, someone's at Francis Tuttle, come by. Yeah, so if you want to come up, that'll be wonderful. I'd love to have you up here, Josh. We're actually streaming it from there, but the problem we got is they haven't been sharing the streams correctly. We're missing out on a lot of the content. So yeah, please come up. It would be amazing. If you want to be a mentor, you can email Virginia. You can be a mentor on her team. You get a cyber t-shirt and all that stuff. Just ask us about it on Saturday. So yeah, Alex, if you want to come too, that would be amazing. So yeah, I would really love to get people involved. We have, how many students do we have total there? We had about 20 there, didn't we? About 18 students this last Saturday. So if you know anybody who just wants to come and learn, come on up. We don't care. Okay. Yeah, it's still held at Francis Tuttle. Let me give you a little background about Francis Tuttle. We held it here for like 8 years straight. But we never got any funding. The actual money for the professors and everything else doing all the teaching dried up, okay? And no one could come up with any funding, so Rose State stopped doing it. Well, we still did it here, but it wasn't advertised anymore. So they moved it to Francis Tuttle, and now Francis Tuttle's paying for it. But they got, I mean, if you've ever been to Francis Tuttle, they have more money than anybody. So they're doing it. They pay Johnny. I don't know. I'm assuming their Dell people might get something. If not, they're giving. I don't know what they're getting, but they're doing it. They're doing it. Actually, they're doing a great job teaching it. That's why we play their streams. It's just we would love to be able to see everything. Like last week, one of the classes they literally no, it was the week before last. They shared a README file. We kept saying, Johnny, all we see is a README file. Oh yeah, that's all we got right now. But they were talking about all this stuff and all the stuff they were doing on the machines. All we could see was the README file, so it kind of made it very hard. We couldn't see what they were doing. So, yeah, if you want to come here, we would be thrilled to have you. But yeah, so we got funding just for that, to pay some people to help teach, to pay for food, and all that stuff. So that's another thing that just happened this week. So let's see what else. We're applying for an NSF scholarship grant, which would pay for, well, we're applying again. We're hoping. We're just, like I said, we're applying for 5 grants, about $2.7 million in total. So, you can participate, great. I think that's about all I have for you. Did I miss anything? Any questions? Have any questions, please ask. What do you think of this format, me just telling you what's going on and answering questions and stuff like that? You want to do this again? Yes, no, maybe? So I think you can do a thumbs up on your thing too. I think there's a way. I think you can. Somewhere there's an option to do a thumbs up. Okay.
Yes, I like this format. I did have one question.
Sure, go ahead.
The friend of mine who told me about this cybersecurity thing also said that there was a website or like that where there were videos and whatnot to watch.
Good question. Okay, I'm going to show you that right now. First of all, okay, there's an awesome website out there called YouTube. Okay, assume you've seen it. Okay, if you go there and if you search for my name, which is, there's the picture I have on there, Kenneth Dewey. It's not my Rose email. It's my Gmail, but search for Kenneth Dewey. That's the picture. You'll see all kinds of playlists of every class I teach. Okay, if you go to the one called Cybersecurity Club, there's all the videos. Literally the one from, I don't know why it's in reverse order, but there's the one I did at the beginning of the semester. There's what we did from 2017. There's what we did from various other times. So yeah, there's lots of videos up here. Please go take a look at them. They're all the way back to 2015. So yeah, if you go to YouTube, Kenneth Dewey is my name. Again, I will show you what my profile looks like right there. Click on that. And if you're not looking at these videos, you're missing out, because there is, like cryptography, there's hundreds. I think there's 98 videos for cryptography alone. There is 111 videos for digital forensics. I mean, they go on and on and on and on and on. So principles of cybersecurity, I mean, there's 27 videos there. So there's lots of videos for everything up here. Script programming, I mean, 12 videos there. As it showed you cryptography, there's ethics. So lots of different videos. Security auditing. I mean, here, let's see. Maybe you're having a problem setting up a virtual machine. I don't know. Maybe you are. Well, guess what? I made a video on how to do it. I made how to deal with VMware. I made a video of how to deal with the index sequences using Python. I have all kinds of different videos. I did a video of how to run Hydra. I did a video of running Nmap with John the Ripper. I just did one about how to transfer to Tulsa. I did about virtualization, about how to recover a file. There's all kinds of videos up there. Alias Forensics came and spoke. There's a video of them. I did TCP/IP networking. I just all kinds of stuff. I did how to do art poisoning with Kane. I did network miner and Wireshark. I mean, people tell me I don't know how to run Wireshark. Well, you know what? There's a video on that right here. I go way in depth on all this stuff. Okay, so all that's up here. So yeah, please go look up here. But aside from that, okay. Now I'm going to log into my D2L here. under D2L, while we still have it, we have a cybersecurity club. In this cybersecurity club, we post a lot of, well, there's some stuff. I still post the recordings here. Here's the recording at the beginning of the semester. There's the 2017 recordings, and there's, in the fall, and there's some from 2015. Just, there's not a lot up here, but there is some stuff. So if you'd like access to this, I can add you. Just tell me, and I can add you in here. Shoot me an email, and I'll add you to this club page. Now, very soon, this club page will be migrating over to Canvas, which the entire campus is going to, if you don't know that yet. Yeah, let me show you what it looks like. This is what Canvas looks like. So we will be going to this format for the Cybersecurity Club by the spring. So, but right now it's on D2L. So you can still get to it via D2L. And I can add you in there if you like. That's not a problem. Okay. Yeah. Chat's fine as long as I can read it. See, this format, the chat's wonderful because I can sit here and read. And but when I lecture during a class with Zoom, when it's not just a Zoom class, when it's an actual lecture class, it's hard because I can't see the chat. And right now I have it on a separate monitor, so it's very handy for me. I can see who's here. I can read the chat and everything. Okay, so you like using chat? Okay, sure. So, okay, so yeah. Any other questions? Great question. I'm glad you brought that up. So if you want access to here, shoot me an email. I'll add you in here. We used to send out lots of emails through here. We still do. But what I normally do now is I send them to all people enrolled as a cybersecurity major. Obviously, if you got this email, you're enrolled as a cybersecurity major. So that's how I've been doing it. So, yeah, any questions there? So, any other questions about anything at all? Okay. If you have no other questions, I think we're going to call it quits. I said it's going to take about 30 minutes. Well, that's all it took, about 30 times 2. So that's not bad. So it took about an hour. But yeah, if you want to do this, I don't know, monthly or so, or maybe more frequently, if I can get some speakers lined up, I will definitely email everybody and tell them when. But I think this is actually kind of cool because then y'all can do it from wherever you're at. So, all right. All right. Well, if you have no questions, I think we're going to call it quits. Going once. Going twice. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Okay. And if there's no questions, I'm going to, I lost the chat. Okay, agree with Scott. Oh, do you know, hold on. Let me get this up here. It says, do you know what path has a better job market? Okay, very good question. Right now, the cybersecurity option has probably the best job market, but I will tell you, it really doesn't matter. Because both the cybersecurity and the digital forensics option have all but 3 classes in common. The only real difference is the cybersecurity option has the policy type classes and the digital forensics does not. Depending on where you get a job, like if you get a job at the FAA, you need the policy classes. So a lot of people, I mean, literally everybody enrolled in my digital forensics classes right now this semester are all cybersecurity major, with the cyber option as well. There's only 3 additional classes, so you can do both. It's not a problem at all. So, all right. Yeah, good question. And nothing else? I think we're down to 7 participants. Okay. So I think I'm going to stop the recording. If I do not, I'm going to stop the recording. And I will post it up on my YouTube channel and on the Cybersecurity Club, and I'll probably send a link out to everybody. But, all right, I appreciate y'all. Thanks. Bye.